and today we're at Canada, and I'm joined here with my co-commentator V8. Say hello, mate. So basically, I've just got to go to the toilet very quickly. Should have done that beforehand, I know, but something was downloaded. I had to keep an eye on it. So if you're gonna hear me talk quietly, that's because my dad's in bed and I can't really talk loud because he's got he is. I don't know how to describe it. He is disabled and he has to go to bed early, so I can't. If I do talk quietly, I'm so sorry, but I've got to. I don't want to shout, wake him up, because he is poorly and ill at the moment. So let me put this stream in the chat. Then we'll be off soon. There we go. So just bear with yourselves. I'm just gonna go for a few minutes.
Alright, so let's have a look at maybe who are looking to be strong in this Grand Prix. Well, of course, one of the obvious ones would be the winner of TNR last night, Beros, who came from 17th on the grid. He managed to win it. He was driving, I believe, Renault that day, so he did really well in that circumstance. And you know what? I think he can do it again today. And of course, you cannot count out the winner of last week's race, who I don't actually know who it is, but okay, it was Nigel. Is not Nigel here? I don't know. But that does not matter because we are getting ready to start here in the beautiful country of Canada. Full qualifying, so that means 3 sessions. We have 20 drivers on track today as we are loading in. 18 minutes for the first section, then 15 for the second, and then you round it out with a 12-minute dash. See who will take pole. Of course, if you get into the top 10, then you must start on the tyres that you qualified in Q2 on. So I'm not too sure who we will be spectating. Of course, we're watching this all from Jamie's point of view, so I'm going to have a look on his stream to see where everyone will line up. So we are just about ready to get going. We're in the loading screen now. And who we're gonna be spectating? Probably Toon Fran 2K18 and Matt Williams. I can't really do anything about that, but I guess we can just watch him once he comes out. Hopefully he'll come out very soon. Q1 now is underway. 18 minutes on the clock for these guys to set their laps. Who to watch out for? Beerus, of course, got Echo as well. And then NUF1 also managed to take second place last night. Coming out of the pits, I believe that's Puppy. So Puppy's the first out of the pits, unfortunately.
Puppy. I'm back, boys.
Hello.
Oh, hello. I'm just going to read a few comments. There's 10 comments already. Where's Jamie? Jamie's run off to the loo. Yes, oh, there's already one dislike on the stream. I wonder who disliked it. Anyways, let's continue with the action.
Perfectly balanced.
Right, so let's see who's the first one on track. So it is Q1. So they'll be putting in a few banker laps on the soft Grand Prix. This is Sam Gamer's home GP, the Canadian Grand Prix. So this track is really, really difficult, especially if you're on a pad. You can easily mistakes through here. I think this track is for wheel users, so people on the wheels will have an advantage. I usually struggle around here because I'm not really I'm not fast around here. Good evening, mate. How are you? So, who's the first? I'm going to put the full mini-map on. And Williams will cross the line to start his lap. Let me just see who that is. It's
Expanded 19.
Expanded, so he will come into the first corner, take his 100-meter break, and clip the first, and into the second.
Validated it. See on the mini-map. That's red coming through the first corner, so I think maybe the chicane's caught him out. He was trying to go too quickly, and I think he might have overstepped the line. I was going to say that chicane is actually really horrible. It's really cruel to the drivers. Caught out easily.
That's the real shame of this track. Like, if you invalidate the last corner, you're invalidating the next lap, even if it's on your out lap. So you've got to be really, really careful on the last two corners. I'm on board with the Maverick as he heads down into turn 4. Is this turn 3 or 4? He cuts most of that corner. That's what you do. Focus on the exit. See as much of the track as you can without actually invalidating. It's all about using all of the track at this particular part. Coming up through the throttle on the second DRS zone. And V8, yes, V8 is my co-commentator. Oh, he misses that chicane and takes most of the curb on the exit as well. You can really ride the curb, you can gain loads of time through there. As we come down into the hairpin, there's a Ferrari ahead of us, but he won't affect us, and it's a 42.24. It's the second set, it exits the hairpin, working his way up the throttle to minimise that wheel spin on the exit, and now coming into the straight puppy. Gone quicker, so 112.9. Yeah, 9. My eyesight's really bad here. Oh, the Alfa Romeo's just gone quicker at 19.2, and Maverick comes across the line while he's about to come across the line. It could be a 10, so 110.9, and he goes into second place. If you're wondering why I'm commentating so quietly, it's because my dad's in bed. As some of you may know and some of you may not, he had an operation and he has to sleep a lot and rest a lot, so apologies if you think I'm quiet, or you get the gist. But anyways, back up to the, I think Toon Fan has invalidated his lap, and he's lost part of his front wing already on the right hand side of his end plate, so that's him already suffering. As Beres, the last time out in the Mexican Grand Prix, won this race. Let's see how he can perform on these set of softs. It is Q1, so early lap times will start to come in very quickly, and as the track will evolve. And Echo's got into third place as well, as the Williams gets nicely out. What's he doing?
Almost.
What was the Williams doing?
Almost hooking off there. But Beres was quickest through the middle sector. I'm thinking he can be ruffling the feathers of the top guys. Only Q1, so really it doesn't mean much. Set a good lap here. What Beres gonna do? He's gonna go third quickest, 10th down.
Fisher in the Mercedes got second, and he's a few hunches slower than the Alfa Romeo in first place. So we're on board with the McLaren. He's not setting a lap time. No one's on the mediums, surprisingly. No one's saving those mediums towards Q3 and Q2. So it's rather interesting. Everyone's getting their fast laps in early, but I believe you do get a brand new set of tyres. Is it 1 or 2 on Q3 as anyone goes quickest?
It's the first one in the 108s. It's only Q1.
That's quite a significant lap time. 8.9, that's fantastic. Better than I could ever do, especially as practiced as much as I could. I absolutely struggled at this track. Yellow set to that's the Mercedes getting out of the way for Beres, who's not on a lap but still getting out of the way. Maldonado's got up to 6th place. It's a 10.0, so good lap time from the Alfa Romeo down in 6th place.
He struggled last race. Well, last night in ROC and the TNR.
Yeah, Tuesday Night Racing League.
Tuesday Night Racing, I understand. So it's good for him to be up there ahead of Echo and in 6th position. Only second off the pace.
10.0. 8.9. This is early parts of qualifying. People can use Q1 and Q2 for a bit of a practice session here. That's what I would do to get those lap times in. So it is a 2-stop race, so I think they're saving their medium tyres towards Q2. So what tyres would you start on this race? Because there is different strategies and different variables to play with.
I think that you can start on the softs, but it wouldn't hurt to start on the mediums. because I think either of them will work out as a good strategy. Pretty low deck track actually, this one.
Definitely a two-stop. It comes across the line to being 5th place closely, so in the 109.5s where he should be early part of qualifying. That's his first lap time. No, second actually, it says on the board. Let's see who else is out there on the lap. Apex. I ain't seen him in this. Oh, he's gone deep into the chicane hairpin. So I wonder how much time he has lost through there, but he's still going in that racing point. Coming down to the final 2 corners on that little straight. Coming to the final 2 corners. Avoids the wall of champions. And what will he set? Oh, he's in the 110.7s. So how much time do you think he's lost through the hairpin?
I think he'd have lost quite a bit of time there.
Meanwhile, Tufan had a little bit of a problem with Barris as he collided with him on his flying lap. He comes across the line to start his flying lap. Coming down into the first corner. Take it nice and coarsely is Tufan 2K18. This is the difficult part I deal with, because you can really easily invalidate your lap time if you take a bit too much curb and at the exit of that corner hit the wall as well. That's where I suffer the most. The rest of the lap is fine until those 2 last chicanes. I absolutely struggle through there. Hello Cohen, how are you? Nice to see you in the chat. He validated his lap time, it says, so we'll go on board with someone else. Stringbee's on his out lap, so watch out for him. Trusted, down in 17th place. He's coming towards the end of sector 2. Is this turn 11 into the hairpin? Takes most of the curb on the entry, coming through the exit. I'm chilling. Not too bad, mate. Well, how about me? I'm commentating, I'm doing good. Tristan's on that short straight, coming into the final 2 corners, brakes on the 100-meter board, take most of the curb through both exits, both entries shall I say. Let's see if he gets a decent exit coming up towards the line, and he'll be 11.3 for the Mercedes driver. Puppies, Tufan and Stringbee's out there, or these 2 in the pits. What about Liam, is he out there? Yes he is, but he's come back into the pits. It says he validated his lap time. Meanwhile, Forth's gone purple sector 2, so we'll stay on board with him to see what he can set. Forth, another driver to watch out for. One of those quick drivers, I know can put a little bit of a surprise, but it is Q1, so I don't expect much to happen in this qualifying session. Oh, he hits the wall of the exit, coming towards the wall of champions, and where does his lap time put him? In 3rd place. Good lap time from Forth in the Ferrari. Maldonado's on another lap in the Alfa Romeo. Regan, go on board with Regan then. Is he on a lap? Is he? I think he is. Yes he is. Oh, he cuts most of the curb, and I think he's invalidated, which he has, so rather frustrated to him to see on the top of his screen, see him invalidated. That's really frustrating. Cutting the corners, it's really easy to do so. I expect a lot of penalties, just like Mexico. Another curb you can cut is here. Really easy to do so on the entry. Yellow sector 3, that's the Mercedes coming slowly on that short straight, so I wonder if he's run out of fuel or if he's preparing for his lap. Gets a nice slipstream off the Williams, off Tufan. This is the track that's really fast flowing and really easy to make mistakes on. Forth gets out of the way, he's 600s up on his personal best lap time. He's currently down in 12th place, and it is really tight down there in the midfield.
They're not separated by much.
It should be an interesting race to watch in when the race qualifying is over. So as you all know, through Q1, Q2, Q3, we'll watch to see where Rayner goes. Decent final exit. A 10.0, that's actually quite a good lap time. He gained 6/10 on the final sector 3. So he gained a huge amount of time. I wonder where he found that. And the Toro Rosso's causing the yellow flags as Devil Nightmare is about to start his lap. So most of you know that the top 15 makes go into Q2 and 16 downwards are out in Q2. I've got a comment in the comment section. Good race to everyone. Thomas the Maverick. In Q2, the top 10 drivers, whatever they set their fastest lap time on, there's the tyres they start on. Devil's Nightmare has invalidated his lap time as Q3 you all know top 10 shootout. So Q2 is the tyres that determine to where he's going to start your race, and it makes sense at all. Let me reword that. The fastest lap you set your tyres on, those tyres, you'll... Oh, I can't explain it properly. Can you explain it?
Okay, so in Q2, whatever tyre you get into Q3 on is the tyre that you start on for the race, and if you start outside the top 10, then you are given free choice of tyres to start. Crash.
I know the format, but I just couldn't explain it properly. But go aboard with Puppy. Did you say Puppy was the first one out on the track?
I think the Williams was ahead, but Puppy was the first one to set a lap. Their lap wasn't really stunning. They're down in 17th position, second last to have set a time. So Liam and Toonfan could jump them to maybe knock down Stringby and Maverick. But watch Puppy come through the middle sector, see where they are. They're 2 tenths down, so this is not good enough from Puppy. They're gonna need to really step it up.
I wonder if he's just struggling at this particular part of the track, is Puppy. He did struggle last time out. I think it was the Belgium Grand Prix. Yeah, I think it was. He did struggle at the Belgium GP. Coming through the final 2 corners. Oh, it takes it rather slow. Oh, Liam's gone. Liam has gone. It's the exit of the final corner.
It's not good.
So he's at a Q1 anyway, so he'll be starting down to 20th place. But there's another thing. If you make it, for example, if you crash in Q1 and you're in 11th place, for example, and you make it through to Q2, you will not take part in Q2 because you crashed. That's how it goes. So if you crash in Q1, Q2 and you make it to Q3, you won't take part in Q3 because you got a damaged car. You will still make it, but you're not allowed to take part, obviously, because you got damage on the car. Toonfan, by the way, has gone out for a set of mediums. That's the first driver to put on a set of mediums. So what strategy did he go here?
I think he's just trying to save the softs. He's validated an outlap. Toonfan had a pretty bad time in Tuesday night racing.
In the Mexican Grand Prix.
Got disqualified.
So I think he's just doing some bit of practice runs in Q1 because I don't think he'll have enough time to get. He might have a little. Yeah, he will get in and out, but if he crosses the line, then he won't have enough time. There's 3 minutes 25 seconds left on the clock. There's a rather short lap to get through. I don't know what that means, but I think it's Canadian or French. His teammate X-Bandit is on an outlap, so both Williams are down in the bottom 5. Both Williams are currently struggling at the moment. One's on the sauce and the other's on the mediums. As he approaches turn 1, coming into turn 2, takes most of the curb on the entry. Now through the exit of turn 3. Now is this? I need to figure out what the corners are because I keep forgetting if those 2 corners are joined up or not. Did you watch pre-season testing today?
I watched a little bit of it.
What do you reckon?
I reckon Williams is looking a bit better this time around.
Hopefully they don't suffer a lot of things like they did last year. So the hairpin is down into turn 10. What do you think about this track? Do you enjoy it?
I enjoyed this track a lot. I think it's really flowing.
It is fast and it is flowing, but for me it's not my type of track. I absolutely struggle through here. I cut a lot of corners by accident, especially these last 2 corners. This is turn 13 and 14, and someone Echo's retired as well. I wonder where. I think yeah, in the pits. So he's retired in the pits. As Toonfan has gone into 19th place, but unfortunately he's invalidated his lap time again. So he has to go for, and he's running out of fuel. So this is a terrible qualifying session for Toonfan. Might have to call it. He's running out of fuel. and he's only got 1 minute and 30 seconds left, so I might have to call it a day in qualifying and just leave it for the race, focus on the race setup and get it from there. But his teammate, by the way, is going to cross the line to do a 1. Oh, he goes up into 16th place. He hasn't made it through, but is he going to go for another attempt on these tyres? Looks like he is, but he's running out of ERS to do so. What about Tristan? Is he about to get out of Q1? The Maverick has retired in the pits.
He's in a pretty precarious position, being 15th. Anyone who could set a decent lap.
Tristan, 16th place, so Bandit can't do it, neither can Tristan. What about Puppy? He's in the garage, so that's it for Puppy. Toon Fan, nope, that's it, he's not on a lap, so the Maverick has made it through. Is Tristan good?
No, why is Toon Fan giving up?
He's running out of fuel, mate. He's running out of fuel.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
The Bandit and Tristan, I think I'll go for another attempt, but Tristan is 2 tenths down in the first sector. What about Bandit? Oh, he's 6 tenths up. This is the lap that could determine to get him into Q2 or not. The pedigree of these drivers are desperate to get Q2. He needs a decent final 2 corners, or close to the wall of champions, but not hitting it at least. Can he get out of Q1? Oh yes he can, yes. 14th place, he's knocked the Maverick down. The Maverick must be frustrated. What about Tristan? We'll go on board with him. This is his last opportunity to get into Q2. So one Williams has made it and the other one's out, down in 90th place. Comes across the final two corners. He's hit the champions of walls. Wall of champions, sorry. And he spun the car around. He hit. The way he went in, his front wing actually hit it instead of his wheel, instead of his tyres. There's someone oh, there's a massive crash. Tristan is out of the session. That's the McLaren. The McLaren. Wait, 50th place. He will not take part because he's lost his wheel. So I don't understand why the McLaren in 50th place has actually risked crossing the line, knowing that he was safe in Q2. Because now he won't take part in Q2 because he's out of the session because he hit Tristan. It's all to go to shambles for the McLaren driver and Tristan. I don't know what his second sector was like. I didn't see it in time. But anyways, that's your bottom 6, shall we call it, because the McLaren driver has joined him as he's lost his wheel. So 15th place, 16th the Maverick, Tristan in 17th, Puppy down in 18th, Toofan and Liam we never saw make a lap time or produce a lap time. The Toofan switched over to the mediums, but he invalidated for him, unfortunately. Let's hope his race pace is much better as we head on into Q2 then. So who do you think is going to be on pole position judging by these lap times?
NUF1 is he's 3 tenths quicker than anyone. He's the only, he was one of the only people to get into the 108s. But you know what? I think other guys, maybe like Echo or something. I think they've got more pace in them. You know, who else? Beerus could also get up there.
Very interesting indeed from the words of V8. So everybody qualified on the softs, no one on the mediums except Toofan, but unfortunately for him did not set a lap time whatsoever, so he will be started down in 19th and 20th. Well, Liam and the Swedish driver could not make it through. Well, he did make it through, but he hit Tristan, who Tristan caused an accident on the final corner. The way he went in, his front wing actually hit the wall, not his tyres. That caused him to spin round and unfortunately get collected by the McLaren driver, who cannot take part in Q2 because he's lost his wheel. So there's 6 drivers this time who are knocked out in Q1. 14 will go through. It's really a shame for the McLaren driver, but
sure he won't be happy about that one. It says lap 1 of 3. Oh.
Yeah, I usually have that little glitch before the actual qualifying session.
I've never spectated over a full qualifying before. I'll be back in a minute.
As the drivers are starting to come out the pits for Q2, let's see what tyres they're on. Oh yes, there's a mixture of strategies. I told you they're waiting for the mediums, not using it in Q1 so they can use it into Q2. Wait, did someone's on the wets?
What?
Fourth is on the wets.
I'm not sure what he's thinking on that one.
Maybe trying to... Oh yes, he is. Why is he...
What? Why is he on the wet?
Never seen anything like this before, honestly.
Maybe it's a big brain strat.
Mate, is he going for a few bankers ready for the wets? Is he foreshadowing? Is he foreshadowing that it's going to rain in the race?
Could there be wets, but I wouldn't... Why would he go on the wets straight away when he could put a lap in on slicks?
He's surely done that on purpose, because you can't accidentally choose a dry tyre over a wet, because if you want to choose the wets, you've got to go up to the dries and change it to wet, then choose your tyre. There's like two options to choose go over to from wets to dries. Please tell me he isn't thinking about the 2011 race.
Okay.
He does it every time. This is the first time I've seen it, mate. But anyways, back to the real action. We're going on board with Echo. He's on the medium tyres. Lovely exit to the final corner. And there's a Williams behind him as well, who's about to start his lap time right behind the Renault. So let's see if he's going for that little bit of a slipstream effect. Who is the Renault? Who is the Williams behind him? Bandit.
Big Bandit, yeah, because Toon is out.
Coming to turn 3 and 4, take most of the curbs on both entries. Turn 3 and 4, good exit at turn 4, turn 5, turn 6. A little bit hesitant of which direction of the car he was going to point in, and I'm Apex F1. I'll keep an eye on you further down in the field then, mate. So this is turn 8. Oh, he's missed turn 9. He has missed turn 9 a bit too fast. He couldn't scrub off the speed he wanted to in turn 9. And how is that not invalidation? Expand it. That's not an invalidation. You lucky sod. That's bit.
Quite sure what fourth was doing. It's just spun out.
You lucky sod not getting a validation. If that was me, I'll probably get loads of penalties for that. Devil's Nightmare is, by the way, has gone quickest. How is that not invalidated as well? Bandit, you lucky bugger. But unfortunately, he's not getting any time. Oh, he is invalidated. He didn't tell me on this thing. So Echo's gone into second place, so 19.9 as Fisher. That's a good lap time for him on the mediums. He's massively 7/10 up as the Alfa Romeo goes in second place. Echo, Devil's Nightmare has gone up to fourth. Beerus is on the hards. He's in fifth place. Stringby is on a lap on the sauce. I think he's just completed it, but he validated it. Maldonado is out there. He's on the medium tyres. Hopefully fourth will come in the pits, because I don't want him to hold anybody up. Who was I on board with? Maldonado. Gone a bit deep. As we come to turn 8. Really tricky braking zone in turn 8, because you don't want to get out wide on that curb. Coming down to the hairpin in turn 10. That's his teammate in front of him. One of his teammates will give him a little bit of a slipstream. Yellow flags through here. That's the Renault getting out of the way. But let's see if yes, he will. His teammate will give him a slipstream. Lovely slipstream. Now he gets out of the way. Coming to the final two corners. 100-meter braking zone. Takes you to third gear. But those drivers really hesitate when they come through there, and he puts himself into 7th place. Fourth, by the way, has not pitted, and the racing point, he's just got in the way in the racing point, so please don't tell me he was on a lap. That was Apex, and he's on his out lap, so fortunately for him, did not get a hold up. So who is out there at the moment? So medium runners and hard runners looks like there's one guy in the soft tyres, which is Stringby. So he's the only one that's gone onto the fastest option on those soft tyres. But he's doing 2 laps on those softs. The middle set to time is a 41.9. It comes through turn 10. So do you think people are doing a one stop V8?
I think some people will try and push for one-stop mediums to hards.
Interesting. Oh, he's backed out.
Farth finally comes into the pits.
He's going for another attempt on those soft tyres, is String B. You don't want to be on those for too long in qualifying because the degradation on those softs is quite high. Mediums and hards, I believe, are fine. Expander, he's not on a lap. He's backed off. Who else is out there? Maldonado's run out of fuel coming to the pit lane. Apex, we'll go on board with Apex. Coming through turn 8 and 9. Down into turn 10 at the hairpin. Brakes rather deeply. Could be a good line through there if you're behind a car to get a better launch at the exit, but not in qualifying. Coming through the final 2 corners, and bear with me for a second because I've got a headache developing, so I will go get something to prevent that from happening. I'll go board with Gulsey because he's on his out lap converted into a flying lap. So just bear with me for a second.
Alright, so we're watching Grillsy come through on his lap. Seems to be pretty tidy for the first sector. He's not put in a lap yet, he's one of the only 2. The other one being 5, and he for some reason went out on the wet. So I'm doing that again. Oh! Grillsy goes quickest through the first sector. And I'm gonna open DRS and blitz it down this short straight. Usually a racing point coming up, hopefully, if that's Apex, hopefully he won't get in his way. There seems to be Devil's Nightmare, we'll see the quickest through the middle section as well, but I think the Red Bull and Devil's Nightmare, yeah, the Red Bull teammates might have been involved in some sort of incident, which has resulted in Devil's Nightmare, who's running in 5th place, retiring. So that's unfortunate because that means no matter what he won't participate in Q3. Now coming through the final 2 corners, Groves is on a really good lap here. Where's he going to put himself? Is he going to go pole quickest? No, he's not. He's going to go 3rd place by 5/10 off. So his final sector might not have been as good as the other guys, but he's found himself in 3rd place. The quickest right now is Fisher's, and that is Regan McKinnon 67 out of this qualifying session. That's good from Grillsy. He's managed to secure himself an almost indefinite top 10 position. But of course, that could all change. String B is on his outlap right now. I'm not sure if we can spectate him. Expander is gonna see himself out of Q2, so that is just another one who's not gonna challenge anyone in the top 10. We're still watching Grillsy. Grillsy's about to come to the pits. We're awaiting Jamie to come back. Jamie has just popped off for a minute, so if you're only just joining now, then Jamie's got a little bit of a headache coming on, so he's just gone to get some tablets or something. So Grillsy's coming to the pits. There's not much we can really talk about because we're locked here. We're locked in this spot. Guess I don't really know what to do here. Maybe we could just wait for Grillsy to come out again. When that is, we don't know. And it seems to be not that long
Right, mate, I'm back.
Hello.
So what's happening so far? Fish is currently first. Good lap time from him.
Grilsey managed to go third fastest.
What about fourth? He's on the medium tyre and he's starting his flying lap, so keep an eye out for him. He always brings out surprises, especially that one on the wets.
Not sure why he went on the wets there.
Someone told me in the chat he always does that, so maybe a little bit of a mess about before he actually starts his lap. But anyways, coming down is this corner. You want to turn in quite early. Oh, he's turning a bit too early. So that lap time will be invalidated, of course. He's got 3 minutes and 30 seconds left, so he could possibly... Nah, he's got to look at his fuel. I don't think he'll make it, so unfortunately for him, he might have to back out of this one, come with the pits and set a brand new set. Unless he want to go on those mediums, but what will he do? What will he try and do? There's only one set of mediums in Q2. He could come back into the pits. Fish is on another lap, and that's his... He's already set one lap time, so he's going for a second lap time on those same set of mediums. So trying to get more information, do you think?
Yeah, I think so.
Fast flowing through these curves, so I'm on board with him right now. Down into third gear, to ride most of the curb. Keep it on the power through the exit. DRS wide open. And for here you want to brake at the shadow. Ride most of the curb on the left hand side of the curb, and he does that exactly to minimise all the time he can gain. Coming down to turn at the hairpin brake to the 100-metre board heavy braking zone, down into first gear to get the extra rotation of that car. Bring up to third, up the gears we go. The DRS is open. On that short straight, there is a name for that straight in there, or is there not? Look at that, nicely done through the final two corners. Rode most of the curve, which is supposed to do around this track, and it's a 9.0. Wow, what can I say? 9.0, good lap time from Fisher in first place. Anybody else on the lap? Barris, he's still in the pits down in 7th place on the hards. So his best lap time is on the hards. So do you reckon he can't come out of the pits? He can. Well, he's on the cusp of time here. Does he really want to start on those hards?
He'd be cutting it close, but I'd say he should come out on the mediums.
He wants to go for that long strategy. That's exactly what he did in Mexico, wasn't it?
Yeah, he started on the hard tyres.
I wonder if he's trying to look for some good opportunities in the race, trying to avoid all the traffic and push as hard as he can. So there's guys on the mediums. They'll only stay out a few laps more, probably like 10 laps extra on those mediums than the hards, probably 10-12 laps extra. Apex, so fitted tyres we'll go back onto. Grilsey is on the softs, but his best lap time was on the mediums. Rayner is on the softs, and there he is in the Toro, so soon, well, now called AlphaTauri. We'll go aboard with Apex, coming through the second sector. Powering his way through the final two corners. He needs to ride both corners, 100 metres to break in. This is what I struggle to do. I think I take too much curb and invalidate my lap time, but where will Apex go? Could ruin Maldonado's dreams, get into top 10, and he does. He goes up into third place, but where is Maldonado? He's in the pits and he's currently knocked out, unfortunately for him, but interestingly their best lap time. One driver has gone on to the soft drivers. Their best lap time was on the softs. So one driver will start, unless Rayner can improve his lap time. Oh, he can't. He has backed out of it. So one driver will start on soft tyres. So he needs to qualify in P1 so he can ensure that he won't be hauled up behind the medium runners. Otherwise, his strategy won't go to plan. At 9.5, fourth is going to cost the line. Into third place he goes. He needed that lap time because he was already down in the bottom zone. So our drivers are knocked out then. Devil's Nightmare, Gio Maldonado, Regan and X-Bandit, the Williams driver, currently in 14th place. So that's Q2 done, and into Q3 is Fisher, 4th, Apex, String B, Grilsey, who's that? Oh, I thought I missed someone. The Alfa Romeo, Echo, Beres and Reina. Reina decided to come into the pits and not set his lap time on the softs. He'll stay on the medium tyres. So Maldonado and Devil's Nightmare will get a brand new set of whatever tyres they want to start on, along with Regan and X-Bandit. That's Q2 done then. So has your views changed on who's going to get a pole position in Q3?
No, I mean Fisher's really with that lap on the mediums. He was only what 3/10 off of NUF1's time in Q1. Of course, that was on the softs, so yeah, it's blown it wide open. Look at that! Look at the amount of British drivers in the top 10.
Repeat that again, mate. I had to do something. Sorry about that.
I said that there's a lot of British drivers in the top 10.
One's Welsh.
One's Welsh.
And the other one is unknown.
We will never know where String B is from.
So all of these two down there are Scottish, which is X-Bandit Regan. So mostly guys from the United Kingdom. I wonder if there's any foreign drivers outside the top 15. Is it all British? We head into Q2, the most important part of qualifying. It will determine who's going to take pole position.
We've got 12 minutes to go then.
Right then, who's going to be the first one to come out and set their initial lap time? Beres, he's one of those drivers, I think he's going to be in the top 3. He was on those hard tyres in qualifying in Q2. But for me, I think he could possibly take pole position. I won't bet anything, but he's one of those drivers that'll stand out. Why is he's on the mediums, so is he waiting for the track to evolve him more so he can set his lap time on the softs? The fourth comes out of the pits along with a Toro Rosso of Stringby. So Bear started second place, well, as the leaderboard says, on the medium tyres, as these two fight out for track position. So I think fourth is really wants to get past Stringby without destroying his tyres too much. Stays behind him, so I wonder what's going to happen between these two, whether fourth will back out of it or not, or what will the Toro also do. The other Toro also, by the way, that's Reina. We'll go on board with him because he's going to be the first one to cross the line, but I want to keep an eye out on fourth. And the other Toro also is Stringby. They're both on the same part of the track now. As Reina will come across the come through the final 2 corners to start his lap time. I want to see in the background. Yeah, fourth is very close behind. Yeah, there he is. He's very close behind him.
That'd be quite dangerous if fourth is quicker on this lap than Stringby.
Quite dangerous if Stringby makes a mistake and might collect fourth. He's put it down to 1 though, so he's saving most of his energy and staying in the slipstream, ready for the most crucial part of the track. Stringby has put it down into 0.
Stringby should let fourth go then. What he's going to do, but fourth is going to stick in the slipstream. Try and get that extra.
I want to off-board cam to see what happened through that corner, but anyways, back onto Reina. So those two have compromised each other on their flying laps. I think Stringby might have got distracted because fourth was behind him. I think he was quite nervous and put off the edge because of fourth. But anyways, his teammate Reina coming through the final 2 corners. And what lap time will he set in the Toro Rosso? It's going to be a 9.6 for Reina. Stringy's in the pits. Will fourth yes, he will continue on his way. He could be quite slow as fourth, so we'll ball with someone else. Beerus, his teammate. It's a 9.6. He's got a pole position, sorry, 9.3. Echo's got into second place. That's a fantastic lap time on the medium tyres. The Alfa Romeo's got into first place. Who else is out there? Stringby, he's in the pits. Fisher takes pole. It is an 8.7. What a fantastic lap time from the Mercedes driver. But quite a few surprises has Fisher, sorry. And NUF1 is now on pole position, 8.6, so a tenth quicker than Fisher. So we're waiting for Stringby. Apex is coming out of the pits. What about Grillsy? He's still in the pits. Yellow's down in sector 2. Anyone made a mistake? I think it's people just slowing down. So fourth has stayed out there for another lap. So this his actual flying lap? I think I might have a clue what he's doing, but I'm not going to say just in case it's not right. I wonder if he's improved on this lap time as well. Oh, he's coming through the final 2 corners. Where will this lap time put him? It'll be a... That's not a bad lap time on his second attempt on those set of softs. 8.9. So who did you say who's going to be in pole position before? V8?
NUF1, and I also said Beerus was one to look out for.
So your views haven't changed yet. We'll find out soon.
I said I also think Fisher's is the one to look out for.
If Beerus switches over to the soft tyre, which I don't see why he won't do, but if he switches over to the softs, I think he might take pole position. We'll have to wait and see. So there's like 3 drivers in the 8s, some of them in the 9s. I'll go aboard the drivers that are not set lap time. So Apex is about to start his lap. We'll do turn 1, then it's turn 2. It's gone out so wide into turn 2. Coming down into turn 3. Want to take most curve through both turn 3 and 4. Want to use all of the track in Canada to gain the most time as possible. 19.7, that's roughly what I did. Riding the curve through turn 5, turn 6. Coming down into turn 7. Brake when the shadow starts. Take most of the curb and ride the curb on turn 8 on the left hand side. This is the little turn here is turn 9. Ending sector 2, we're going into turn 10. 41.9, apparently he's gone purple through the second sector. We'll find out soon. Take a tight line through, is this turn 11? I think it's turn 11. Turn 12 and 13 next as fourth gets out of the way. Brake at the 100 metre board. Take most of the curve through both corners. And we'll find out where he goes. A 10.1 and he's in 8th place. Stringby's on a lap. He's on his outlap, I think. Grillsy, he's on a lap, so we'll go on board with him and see what lap time he does in the Haas. Couple of drivers tangling up through sector 2, but we'll stay on board with Grillsy. Oh, he almost hits the wall of the champions. And it's a 9.4 for Grillsy down in 6th place. What about Stringby? He's not on a flying lap yet. So NUF1, Fisher and Drotar is on a out lap, coming through the final 2 corners. Beerus is on his flying lap, well, about to start his flying lap. Heading down into turn 1, take most of the curb through the entry. Nicely done from Beerus, down into first gear. Take the tightest line, keep the momentum going through turn 2. Coming down into turn 3, take most curb on both corners, turn 3 and 4. It's about exceeding all the track to gain that much time as possible. 2 tenths up on the first sector already. Turn 5, turn 6. To work your way up through the throttle to minimise that wheel spin. Almost went through turn 6. Come down to turn 7. Brake when the shadow appears. Take most of the curb. You want to turn in early, then ride the curb in turn 8. Coming through turn 9. Down into turn 10. Big braking zone. 6 tenths up in the second sector. Bring it down into first. To get the extra turning for that car. Work your way up through the throttle and the exit to minimise that wheel spin. And let's see where this lap time puts him. Coming to turn 12 and 13, braking at the 100 metre board. Oh, he's validated, unfortunately for him. Let's see. Oh, he's put it down to 0. I was about to say, let's see where he could have put it at 8.0. So he could have been a pole position, but unfortunately, that invalidation through the final corner as well. That's really frustrating.
Quickest see him in the top half. Yes, it was 4th quickest. He's just on the cusp of being in the 108s, which is the sacred land of the I don't know what I'm talking about. That's a good lap from him.
It's okay, mate, don't worry about it. So everybody in the sauce, there's a McLaren coming out. Is that NUF1? Yes, it is. Of course it is. It's the only driver in the top 10. It's nice to see all 20 drivers turning up. This could be a phenomenal race, and Gary says good luck to them all. All 20 drivers, a full league. This is what I like to see. All 20 drivers in one league. Fortunately for some leagues, some drivers don't turn up, but only for good reasons. 4th is on his outlap, down in 3rd place. SHR Stringby, he's down in 4th. Beres, he's come back to the pits. So we'll go aboard with NUF1, but he might encounter some traffic coming out of the pits as they wait for the time to tick down. So the Renault's coming out of the pits, and that is Echo. The Toro Rosso's coming back into the pits, and that is Stringby. Indigo. Yeah, apologies about that. I didn't mean to say that. Here because of Tristan, but staying because of racing. Exactly, mate. That's all it's about. It's what it's about. Yellow flags. I presume that some drivers going slow. That's a Renault causing it, but he's slowing down. Echo, he's on his outlap. So here we go then. The provisional pole position sitter is about to start his last flying lap. Right, let's see how it takes turn 1 and turn 2. Takes most of the curb, he rides most of the curb to turn 1. Very decent at turn 2. On the exit of turn 2, coming down is turn 3. Based the 100 metre board. A bit of hesitation through there, but it's okay. He clips the wall, but there won't be an impact for him. He's a 10th up, so this is already going good on his final flying lap. He is running medium track control, I can tell. Otherwise, he would have spun by now. Breaking out the shadows. Riding most of the curb on the left hand side. Coming down into turn 9, turn 10. Heavy braking zone into turn 10. 100 metres. As the car ahead gets nicely out of the way of the racing point of Apex. Right, let's see what he could do down the straight. Then that car ahead of him could have given him a slipstream, but he got out of the way. And that is... I can't tell, that's a Renault. Of Echo. Breaking the 100 metre board, down the final 2 corners if I can speak. Can he improve? Can he improve? Can he improve? Yes, it's an 8.4. Lovely lap time, and he's on pole position again. But what about anybody else? Has anybody else improved their lap time? Echo started his, but who was out there? Fourth. We'll go on board with him. He's 2/10 down in the first sector already, so it's not a good lap time yet so far from him. And he is furious because that's his last final attempt. Fishers is down in 2nd place, but where is Beres? He's still on his outlap. There he is. What about Gilsey? Has he got it in him to set a flying lap? Oh, Rayner's just hit the wall at the exit of turn 10. He did go up by 2/10. I wonder if he got any damage from that. Doesn't look like it, so he's still going. Currently down in 9th place, so I will keep going. Think he might have a bit of front wing damage, you know. Might not be visible enough, but he might. Where will he put him? Oh, stays in 9th place, so he doesn't improve his lap time, it says. Echo, what will he do? There's a car ahead of him, I don't know who it is. The racing point of Apex in 10th place. Echo goes up into 7th. Gilsey, let's see what he could do. 2/10 up to the middle sector. Where can he go? Invalidation, because I saw the red bar pop up. Where's Fishers? There he is. Can this man take pole position off at NUF1? Turns on his DRS a bit too late, but it's okay. Oh, he goes up to top pole position, but what about Beres? Can Beres do it? Can he? No, he stays in 6th. What about the Alfa Romeo? 5th place, Stringby, there he is. So you're right all along, V8. I think he did improve his position, String B. A third place, yes, so good lap time from the Toro Rosso driver. Alright then, so Fisher is on pole position ahead of NUF1. String B is in third place ahead of fourth. The Welshman's in fifth ahead of Beres, who set his lap time on the medium tyres. He did on the soft, but unfortunately for him, invalidated. Echo in seventh place ahead of Grillsy, Rain in ninth, and Apex runs off the fifth row in 10th place. 400ths of a second quicker than NUF1. String B half a second slower. So is F1 fourth. They're both massively close together, but fourth, unfortunately for him, he messed up on his final lap.
Oh my god, just a moment.
Look at that, sunny conditions. Let's hope it'll be a good race. It was a little bit cloudy in qualifying, but now thanks to this weather opening up, it's going to be now sunny. Can't wait to see how this race goes underway. Should be a good race with people on different strategies outside the top 10 as well. As the drivers get to the lobby, I think I enter the lobby first before these drivers do. So Fisher is on the mediums. So yeah, the top 9 are on the mediums. Then it's Apex down in 10th place. He's on the softs. Yeah, I remember him qualifying on the softs in Q2, and he made it into Q2 as well on those set of tyres. Devil's Nightmares on the softs as well. Maldonado has opted to go on the hard tyres. So let's see where he can put himself further late on the field. Bandits on the mediums, Vegans on the softs. Interesting. Right, sorry about this. Oh, Vegans on the softs. Now that's very interesting considering he's outside the top 10. I think I'd rather go on the mediums because this short strategy on the softs. Let's see where he can gain the most time. Bearing in mind the top 9 are all on the medium tyres, so on these opening laps Riku needs to put in a good performance to ensure that he can get ahead of them. Going to fall back down the field, and the rest of them will just stay out much longer because they're on the mediums and hards. X-Bandit behind him is on the mediums, like I said. The McLaren's on the hards, the Mavericks on the mediums, Tristan on the hards, Puppy on the mediums, Toonfan on the mediums as well, and Liam down in last place on the mediums. We'll go back to the front of the grid as they all start to line up. But yeah, I can't wait for this race, mate. I actually can't wait.
I think there's a lot of competitive drivers in this field today.
Exactly.
Excited to see them all out on track. You see most drivers have gone for the mediums. Beres, of course, on the hard tyres. And the Alfa Romeo of Gio, Maldonado, and also the McLaren and Tristan. So 4 hard runners, 3 soft runners, which means that would be 13 runners on the medium tyres.
As we all get ready for the lights to go off at the Canadian Grand Prix, RRC will be underway. And now it is lights out, away we go for this race. Oh, look at that beautiful start from Fisher. He's up into first place with no threat for anybody. To Toro Rosso, Alfa Romeo side by side. Further down in the field, anything going on. The Alfa Romeo tries to go around the outside. There's a 3-way battle between the Haas, Red Bull and the Toro Rosso. The Red Bull is lost 2 places because of the Haas and the Toro Rosso. The Racing Point versus the Red Bull further down. He's got off the track as the Toro Rosso Raider, and that allows the Haas to come through. Someone's hit the back of him. That was the Red Bull and Devil's Nightmare who just hit the back of him. I didn't expect him to come back on track that early, but someone has spun. Poppy has spun. So has the Racing Point. That is the Maverick. So both of them are down 18th and 19th. Or 19th and 20th, shall I say. Fisher maintains the lead. That beautiful launch off the start. Make sure that there's no threat around him. So what's happening further down in the field? There's still yellow flags out there. And it looks like a clean getaway so far from these top drivers, but unfortunately down the field because of Puppy and the Maverick. The Racing Point looks optimistic to go around the inside in the turn 10. Now we've got to wait for the slipstream. Got the slipstream, but so is the Red Bull in front from the Haas driver. Don't think he'll try and make it down the inside, please don't. And he hasn't. Anyone further down the field looks like he's making a battle. And we're already on lap 2 of this race. Meanwhile, the Maverick and the Puppy will have to come into the pits because they've damaged their front wings. So this race is going terribly for those two drivers. Fisher down in first place. Any battles going on further behind. Ex-Bandit versus Maldonado. Now, I don't know what happened there, but now Ex-Bandit is ahead of Maldonado as Grills has picked up a penalty on the Mercedes. Oh dear, is he going to try? Oh, I thought he was side by side with someone. Or was that the Williams? I don't know, but I think he went side by side with someone. And now behind the train, behind the Bandit. Grilsey down into turn 8. Will he make it? Oh yes, he's trying to make a move. He spins. And he's lost his part of his front wing. He might catch some drivers out because they go evasive action. Now Maldonado versus the McLaren. Down into turn 10. The McLaren cutting most of the corner to try and take the shortest route to get past him. As Beres is now overtaken. There's a three-way battle for 7th place. The Apex down the inside. That's an optimistic move. Oh, he's crashed his one in the Wall of Champions and he's out. Oh dear, that should be a safety car. Virtual safety car has been deployed. So that's one driver in the Wall of Champions. Hello Joey, nice to see you back, mate. So what do you think about that first opening laps V8?
I think at the front of the field it was completely clean, but it was once again a mess down the order. I was like Brillsy and then Maverick and Poppy, they've all had their own individual incidences. But you know, it's been a really good start and virtual safety car now has come out.
Safety car, well, virtual safety car has disappeared and we're underway racing again on lap 3. DRS, I think is labelled, yes it is. Joe Tarp is on the back of the Echo. Will he make a move? No, he won't. Smart thinking there from the Alfa Romeo driver. There's a glitch with the wall. It keeps lagging in and backing out. He made a massive impact on the wall. Oh, he's going to go around the outside or try to, but he can't do it. It's turn 1. What about the Alfa Romeo down into turn 1 Maldonado? Nope, he has to stay behind the McLaren for the moment at least, but no battles going on further behind as now NUF1 is under pressure from 4th. As 4th has gone wide. He must have missed his braking point. And he's got DRS, but he's out of the 1 second detection point, ready for that straight. Meanwhile, further back, Beres on those hard tyres is expectedly under pressure from the guys behind, especially Regan is on those soft tyres, so expect Beres to struggle just a little bit in this race, especially with heavy fuel as well. Not ideal for this hard tyre to come in at the early part of this race, but that's different people's choices of strategy though. So anyone having a battle further up? Nope. There will be soon, I suppose, as NUF1 has got a penalty already on lap 5 as Rayner has made his way through. Oh, he spun! No, he's going to hit the wall! Oh dear me, Rayner. It's really a shame, that's 2 guys in the wall. There's no safety car, which I thought there would be. He lost the back end and hit the wall while he's battling. Yellows to sector 1 and 3 and Stringbee's lost 2 positions. Oh, he spun! Through turn 4, so did he clip the grass? I don't know what he did, but he's down in 11th place. Virtual safety car has been deployed again. Did you see that incident, V8?
No, I didn't really quite catch that, unfortunately.
Anyways, we're back under racing, and the Alfa Romeo's made an optimistic move down the inside on Echo. Echo had to slow down for the exit, otherwise he will have to cut the corner and get a penalty, which he doesn't want in this race. Maldonado, the Toro Rosso's in the pits of string beat, because he lost part of his front wing, of course. Just to try and down the inside, but he can't quite make it on that occasion. Fisher's still in the lead, 2.4 second gap, which is slowly increasing, but surely. So Fisher's doing really well. He's really surprised me, Fisher's. Bear's on the hard, so don't discount him yet in this race. Opportunities will come towards the middle and the end of the race. Matthew's got a penalty, yeah, so I expect some corner cutting penalties to happen, unfortunately, for those drivers. It is really a difficult track not to get a penalty, and I've done it myself. I'd even crashed out of the race myself. So 2.8 second gap over NUF1, F1 fast. I lost it at turn 8 on that curb. Got in the grass, spun it and hit the wall. That was my race over. So any battles going on further behind? Liam has got Liam started in last place and now up into 9th.
So we just avoid the incidences.
Unfortunately, he needs to avoid corner cutting, otherwise he'll get a penalty. He did get a corner cut, so he might get a warning for that. Got to be careful though. So Liam's really impressed me so far. Has he made up the most places? Surely, come on. Yeah, 11 places made up, and Stringby has lost 13 of them down in 16th place, unfortunately for him. Love the way these drivers race, always on the limit. Oh, the McLaren driver has got a penalty for multiple warnings. The reason why I'm saying the McLaren driver is because I can't properly pronounce his name. I don't want to say his name just in case I get it wrong or pronounce it wrong. Echo has got DRS behind him, and 4th has got a penalty down in 3rd place, shall I say, sorry. He's still got DRS on the back of him. Can he try and make a move? No. Too far back, don't try it. Oh my goodness. Meanwhile, Devil's Nightmare and Liam are having a fight. And the Williams is also involved, and the Williams has got DRS and passed Liam. Oh, down the inside, that's an optimistic move, and he's gone off the track as well, but he's made it. Can he pull off the move? So he tried to do a Danny Kvyat on who was it? I can't remember. Carlos Sainz, I think. The Red Bull has spun. Oh, the Haas has spun, and he's in the wall.
That's unlucky for Liam there. He was doing really well.
So what I saw is the Red Bull went off the track, and he might have collected Liam in the process. So really unlucky for Liam, wrong place at the wrong time, just like the Lewis Hamilton and Sebastian Vettel situation, but they actually made contact this time. So 2 drivers out of this race, which is, oh no, yellow flags again. Oh, that is Liam again. He's frustrated, he's hit the wall again. Echo is still in the back of Joe Tarf, sliding through the final exit. Can he try and make a lunge down into turn 1? Will he think about it? Will he? No, he's looking to make a move, but not actually trying to do it. And the Red Bull's in the pits, and there's yellows through sector 3 again. Liam has retired at this race, so he must have drove off the track. And will this cause a safety car? Or a virtual one? I know virtuals are starting to appear more often than the actual safety car. String B has got another penalty for multiple warnings. Meanwhile, Echo is still in the back of the Alfa Romeo. I think both of those guys down into turn 8. Will he try and do it? Is it a risky move? For me, I would just wait for the straight.
I think there's a Williams that's gone into the Wall of Champions. That's a Toon fan.
Hold up. Yeah, sorry about that. A bit of a confusion on the left hand side. Who do you say is going to Wall of Champions? Toon.
I think it was a Toon fan, 2K team.
He was struggling in qualifying, but Echo has made the move down into turn 12 and 13. Nicely done from Echo. Now you have DRS to defend from himself from the Alfa Romeo behind him. Stringbeast 2 tenths behind, and he's made the move down into turn 10. The Toro Rosso on the Haas. The Haas goes around the outside into turn 10. I think it was a late move from Stringby. That they both go side by side. I think Stringby's got DRS. Yes, he has. Grossi will try and tuck in on him. Fishy, well, what can I say? I think he's actually on a wheel because the way he's turning in is quite fast, and he can't do it really fast on controller. So I think he's on a wheel as well. I said this was a wheel-based track. Pad usually struggle around here. I know NUF1. I think he might have changed over to the wheel. I don't know, but last time I raced him, he was on the pad, and the gap is improved by 4.8 seconds. So he's really starting to pull away from NUF1. Pace is absolutely amazing, but the Alfa Romeo has not done yet. Well, is not done yet. Let me get my words out, sorry. Is not done yet with the Renault. He's still got DRS on the back of him. But X-Bandit has got past Regan rather early on this straight. He will also have DRS on the main straight as well. Maldonado quietly in 9th place on the hards as the Red Bulls into the pits. Yes, so lap 11. The soft stint has ended. So which tyres will he go on to? The mediums? Yeah, so soft, medium, medium. But unfortunately for him, he's got to change his front wing, so it cost him even more time in the pits. Sorry about the black box. A message just popped up asking me to do commentary yet again.
Is he going?
So who's impressed you the most of this race, V8?
I think Fischer's has impressed me the most, just by having that perfect start and then managing without a 5-second gap, which is only going to rise.
Yeah, he's impressed me the most as well.
I think he's candidate for driver of the day. Of course, I was really impressed by Liam, but of course, I was really impressed by Liam, but you know what happened to him.
Down to turn 4, I don't know whose fault it was, but I did see the Red Bull go off the track. And Liam might have caught him in the process. Are you planning other leagues on different games? No mate, I don't plan the leagues. I'm not owner of one of the leagues. I don't create leagues. I let other people do it because I can't be asked to do it. Create leagues. Don't have the patience, and I can't be asked to find the drivers for it either. I was thinking about planning to make a league earlier in 2018 game, but I thought it takes too much time and effort to put in. Obviously, I'd rather be a commentator because it's much easier. Then sort the whole league out, looking at incidents and all that. Obviously, I can catch incidents on the stream. I race in leagues as well. I think I race in Monday. Yeah, I race on Monday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. One of the most hardest leagues I've been in because it's quite difficult. But anyways, back onto the action. Fishers is in the pits. NUF1's got another tyre penalty, and Forster's in the pits as well, along with Fischer. He's on a brand new set of mediums, so that 2-stop strategy: medium, medium, soft. If he wants to go to softs or hards, what tyres do you think he'll go to the end, softs or hards? V8.
Sorry.
What tyres do you think he'd go in the end, softs or hards? You can't choose another set of mediums because this is what he started on. Fischer down in 4th place. He just pitted for a brand new set of mediums.
I think he'll go into the softs.
Oh, he's also got a penalty. I caught that as well. He cut most of that curb in turn, if I remember now, turn 5. going through under the bridge, turn 8 and 9. Or this is turn 7 and 8, shall I say. The next corner is turn 9. This little corner here. Then down into turn 10. You will have traffic ahead of him, and that traffic is Beerus. Now, well, what I was going to say, could Beerus hold up Fisher for 4th, but he's all the way down in 6th place. And he's on the hardest as well, is Beerus. He will go out for much longer, as Echo's now in the pits, so is NUF1. So Beerus will now take over the Canadian Grand Prix. But the net lead is Fisher, and 4th will take over. What about Joe Tarth? Is he going to come into the pits? He'll stay out for another lap on those. Oh, he's already came to the pits.
NUF1's been jumped by Echo because NUF1 actually fitted a new front wing. So he's dropping way down the order. He's now behind Echo and going to be behind Doctor and everyone who was within close vicinity of that McLaren, so he's taking a bit of a hit there. I'm not sure where he made contact with anyone.
Echo has jumped 4th as well in the pits. He just came out ahead of him, but now 4th's got DRS in the back of him. Fisher catching up to Beerus, who was our Mexican GP winner last time out, in the same league but different category. NUF1 has overtaken X-Bandit rather quickly as well. 4th is all behind Echo. So is Fisher behind Beerus. Beerus is saving the ERS because it does be an easy move for Fisher. Saving ERS on the straight. You can tell by the flashing. Oh, he's going to make it down his turn. Well, this could be risky. And he's done it. The Mercedes is ahead of the Ferrari. Meanwhile, 4th and Echo are still at it. And Echo's just picked up a penalty as well for the final corner. And X-Bandit is in the pits. The McLaren driver staying out on those hard tyres, doing that long strategy like Beerus is doing. So Beerus didn't really put up too much of a fight. I think he's running his own race. I think he knows his race is not with Fisher. Fisher's really got the pace here. He's absolutely surprised me in this race. Oh, there's yellow flags. He's set to 2. Oh, who is it? Who is it? It's here. Where is he? It's rather cleared up. I think it's... Who was it? Was that a back marker? Get out of the way.
Could have been... Yeah. It would have either been I think it might have been irregular. How do you say that name? Irreg, that's it.
Yeah, I don't know how to spell his own name, but you gave me an idea to how to say it. 4th has overtaken Echo rather easily before the final 2 corners. Oh, I thought he hit the wall there. Did he hit the wall or did he get a bad exit? But anyways, Echo.
Look at that wall. The wall of champions.
I saw it, mate. Oh. It looked like Maldonado hit the wall of champions, but he didn't. Then there's a bit of hanging out of it. He hit that, but it didn't cause him to retire, thankfully. Oh! Devil's Nightmare hit the wall of champions. But do you know if that was in real life, that would be red flags, because the wall of champions, especially hanging out, if you know what I mean, it's quite dangerous, but it's not dangerous to these drivers. I think it is glitched out a bit. By the way, guys, after this race, if you want to watch the pre-season test, it is out on the actual Formula 1. Oh, the Maverick has gone. Where has he retired? He's retired through here. Oh, he must the back end must have settled on. The safety car! The safety cars came out. I've been waiting for this my whole life.
That drop has already dived it right into the pits. He's gonna fit. What tires?
I think there's an opportunity for Beerus to come into the pits.
Okay, so Drofter's come on for another set of medium tyres. Who's that?
So Echo is behind the safety car. It should let him go, which it did. There is the safety car coming out on track. So finally the safety car has been deployed, and this will bunch up the whole field and give those drivers down in the midfield a second chance. Meanwhile, Beerus could really dive into the pits here. He's behind Fisher, and Trista's got a 3-second time penalties. Trista's overtaken Maldonado as well, so how has he done that? He's given the position back. So, well, Grills has got a penalty for corner cutting again. Will Beerus? Yes, he will. This is a perfect opportunity for him to come into the pits. But where will he rejoin? I think he might rejoin in 6th place. Oh, he changes his front wing as well, so that's good news for him. But he will lose a bit more time, as the host has left the session. Rayner, he's retired anyways. Will he rejoin ahead of the Alfa Romeo? Could be close between these two. Remember, he's under a set time limit, while as Beerus is under the pit lane regulations. He could race him out of the pits. Can he make it ahead of him? He got to slow down here. Oh, he can't do it. Oh, he's overtaking him. He's overtaking him. They should give the position back. Yeah, he does. So, I think Fisher has caught up to the safety car, or just almost. He's left a distant gap between himself and the safety car. As now it's a Mercedes 1-2, because the safety car is out.
Probably the one person who would have not wanted the safety car to come out would be Fisher's. Because that gap that he spent so long building up has now gone down the drain.
It'll be interesting where he will release, because obviously you've got to let the safety car back in, but where will he decide to release? Obviously not down that back straight, because he'll have an army of cars behind him in the slipstream. Fourth is side by side with it out. So now the safety car has came out, we can put a bit of a break on, and it's lap 19. There's still more pit stops to come, because those drivers have been on the medium, whereas Beerus, no, he in theory he does not have to stop again, but can he make it to the end of those set of medium tyres? Do you reckon?
But I think with a couple more laps on the safety car, which I think we will have, because there's one driver, that's the half of Grillsy is so far back. I think we might have one more lap on a hard. No, wait. One more lap of safety car. I think Beerus. I think he'll be able to. I think he'll be able to, but it'll be tough towards the end. I think the grip will start to die off, go off. Should be fine because other drivers will have to pit as well, like Fidges, Fast, Echo, and NU. All been on lap medium tyres for at least 5.
I want to say, Gills has got a time penalty, 10 seconds for exceeding track limits. He's under the safety car conditions. There he is. How has he done that? Is he trying to catch up to the safety car quick as possible? Is the safety car winning this lap? Yeah, it must be, because he's letting him go. So what Fishers has to do, he has to pull out a pit stop over Beerus, because he's obviously got a pit for a brand new set of medium softs, sorry, because he's on that 2-stop rule where he has to use 2 or more compounds. No, he got to use a different compound, sorry. There he goes, he's released in the perfect moment, so we can minimise that slipstream down the straight. All fourth. I thought he made a mistake through the. And who's pitted? The Alfa Romeo has pitted. And there's yellow flags down in sector 1, 2 and 3. Oh, they're gone now. So Beerus down in 5th place. So he has to overtake these 4 drivers, these 3 drivers to catch up to Fisher. He wants to make sure he can win this race. He's got to pull out a massive gap over Fisher as well. Fisher versus Beerus is on, but anyways, and Regan's got a penalty. Fourth, do not discount Fourth. Fourth is one of those quick drivers. He always puts a good surprise in, so do not discount him. He could be in a chance of a league win race as well. NUF1 is right behind Echo. Meanwhile, further back there's some action going on with Grillsy and Tristan, the Haas driver and the Mercedes driver. They both go side by side into turn 8. One of them has to back out here. Tristan has to back out. Oh, the Williams X-Bandit has a dodgy exit coming out of turn. Oh, he's lost part of his front wing as well. He will have to come into the pits, but anyways, I'm back on board with NUF1 and Echo. And Beerus is behind him. Will he try and make a move down here? Nope. He has to back out of it. Can't go too wide through here. Whatever that was a bit of a lag on my screen, but Ireg is on the back of the Red Bull. Regan versus Ireg. They both go side by... Well, Regan cuts him off actually to make sure he don't go side by side with him. Anything's going further behind, so X-Bandit is now in the pits after that small mistake coming out of turn 9. Did he clip the curb too much? Did he get on the grass and spin the rears? Fourth has kept it in the second range, but only just outside the top, the 1 second DRS straight. And NUF1 is still behind him. Beerus, I thought he put on a more challenge than this, but he's down in 5th place, still behind those two drivers. Ireg is behind Regan. X-Bandit has came out of the pits in 14th place on a brand new set of softs ahead of Puppy, and String B is going to go down the inside into turn 10. Can he make this stick? The McLaren is still there. The McLaren's still there. He gets on the grass, but that could have been a lot worse. He could have collected String B. What about these two? Nope. String B on the back of the Honda engine on. Oh, don't try it down the inside here. Be careful of the exit, boys. And DRS is now enabled. Will he try and make it down into turn 1? What Danny Kvyat did in the Toro Rosso last year? Oh yes, he has. Nice move from the Toro Rosso driver. Who's made a mistake?
Echo made a mistake and that allowed NUF1 to get through and could also let Beerus sneak his nose. Maybe at 4th position, could he maybe stick on the inside fence? Better on, but he's going to have DRS. With a better exit, he's going to pull alongside him. And that should be P4 for him if he can hold it on the inside line. There it is.
Oh,
that
he cut the corner. Did he get a penalty? No.
Should be a warning though, so that won't help in the long run.
Now all he has to do is catch the back of NUF1 if he wants the podium and get up to 4th as well. Make sure he makes sure Fisher that doesn't pull a pit stop window over him, so maybe over 20 seconds. 22 seconds is the pit window? I don't know. And Beerus is 9/10 behind NUF1 as well. Ireg has overtaken Regan, but they've both got DRS for some reason, unless they were behind Stringby. And he doesn't do it into turn 1. Maldonado in 11th place. So Fisher's leading this race. What was you going to say, mate? Sorry.
Beerus is really caught up to the back of NUF1, so he could have a sniff at a podium here. Got DRS open, but I think he's a bit too far back. Someone up the inside, which will just make it so that he can be even closer on that back stretch to go into the final 2 corners. Hopefully get into 3rd position. Fourth and Fisher, they're not actually that far up the road. The 2-3 Ferrari would be a really good points for him.
He has the outside line, has Beerus, but NUF1 lets him go because he won't fight that too hard. So Beerus now to 3rd place on the podium, and he sets the fastest lap as well. So good things are coming Beerus' way. But bearing in mind he could go to the end of these tyres, depending how much life they got on him towards the end of the race. In theory he doesn't have to stop again because he's used both compounds. Remember, he started on the hards, now he's on the mediums. All you got to do, if he doesn't want to pit again, all you got to do is make sure that gap doesn't get as big as possible. So at the end of the race, Fisher can close up as well, have a massive gap to close down. And Beerus is already 9/10 behind his teammates now. They're both teammates. What do you think they'll do? Do you think Fourth will let him through?
No, I don't think he will. I think they're gonna try and keep it more respectful from the in real life Ferrari drivers, but I don't think that's gonna mean that Fourth is just gonna let Beerus get off that easily.
Anyone else having a battle behind? Just these. This is the closest battle. Fourth and Beerus. So let's see what Fourth does against his teammate. Gulzy has got past. Oh, they both make the corner, fortunately, for those two sakes of penalties. They both make the corner. Gulzy's now ahead of Vegan. And 2 fouls left a session. He's DNF anyway, so I think he's just given up on watching the race. But nice of him to just stay while he's retired. And Beerus has closed up that gap even more to Fourth ahead of him. These two don't want to fight too much, because if these two fight and squabble it out, it allows Fisher to pull away. That's what Fisher wants, but that's not what Beerus wants. Neither does the team. Gotta think about it. Would he decide to let him through? He's got DRS at the slipstream. What will Fourth do? Will he fight this out? He stays on his line, coming towards the final 2 corners. He doesn't want to give his teammates any penalties for cutting the corners, and he's made the move. Will he fight back? Will he intend to fight back? Nope. So Beerus is now at second place. He can have a real strong chance of winning this race from Fisher if he keeps that gap. He can. Yeah, but the thing is though, knowing that knowing that Fisher, Fourth and NUF1 and Echo, possibly Stringby, Irej and Gulzy have to stop again, I don't think Gulzy does, because he was on a different compound. So, let me get this straight. Let me go on the race director here. Let me think about strategy wise. So yeah, Fisher, Fourth, NUF1, Echo. Those drivers have not changed onto a different compound, so those drivers will have to stop again under the rules. Echo doesn't, but Echo's on 12 lap old tyres, because he was on the softs during his middle stint. So if Echo can make his tyres last, he will try and go to the end, but if he can't, he will have to pit again. But whatever tyre he wants to, he doesn't have to go. Wait, his Fisher's in the pits. He's done it. He's made his move. He's in the pits. I was thinking that Beerus could do an undercut. He could pit again, knowing that Fourth is pitted and Fisher has pitted. Now I want to know what the tyres is like on Beerus. He looks okay at the moment, but now he's got a massive gap over. Where is he? He's down in 7th place. He's on the soft tyres. He will take them to the end. Alright, so strategy wise, NUF1 could go to the end if he wants to. Connie, I need to check again. No, he can't. He has to make another pit stop. So does Echo. So he won't be bothered. Beerus won't be bothered by these two because they have to stop again, and he's already pulled out a 5-second gap. So all he needs to focus on is try to extend that gap and try not to cut too many corners. Because Fisher, how far is he behind the leader? He is 16 seconds, it says. I thought he'd be more than that, but he is 16 seconds behind Beerus.
The pit lane in Canada is pretty short, so
yeah. What I was thinking was Beerus could have stopped this lap to go on a brand new set of mediums or softs, whatever he wants to. So that threat from Fisher will be reduced, but he stayed out. So if he the yellow's just set to 1, and that is the Red Bull of Devil's Nightmare. He spun. Is that turn 1? Is that he did a valve to Bottas? It would be good if the safety car came out now, because Beerus could go on a brand new set or whatever tyres he wants to, and it'd be good for NUF1 and Echo because they could jump Fisher and Fourth. Possibly Reg could do it, maybe not. There they are. That is 6th and 7th, coming through turn 4, 5, 6 and 7. The end of sector 1. So if Beerus has to make another pit stop because of tyre life, or he could hope for a safety car, because I think Farth and Fisher would undercut him. I think they would. So if Beerus has problems with the tyres towards the end of the race and he don't think he can make it, he might have to stop again, but he will be definitely undercutted by Fisher and Farth. Second and third have definitely got to pit again. String B doesn't. Now let me go and check again. He's behind Echo. We'll try and make a move. Echo's in the pits, and so is NUF Horn. So those two are out of the way. So let me check on String B. No, he doesn't. He's already used a different compound in this race, so String B doesn't have to stop again. Oh, Devil's Nightmare is out of this race, and that's yet set to 3. Well, if that causes a virtual safety car or a safety car, this could really help Beerus. Looks like there's not a safety car versus virtual safety car, it's just a yellow flag. How bad was the incident for Devil's Nightmare? On the minimap, he's in the pits, so he must have retired in the pits. So, Beerus is in a comfortable position at the moment, unless he's got a massive tyre drop off towards the end of the race. String B, however, he's on one lap old tyres, so he won't bother him at all. String B, Edge's on the same tyres as them, and he's on one lap old, so he won't bother Beerus. But Farth and Fisher are actually fighting. Alright then, so we'll go on board with them. He's just hit the back of him, hopefully he got no damage, but Farth on that middle stint looks like he wasn't catching Fisher. Now he's catching him, so I wonder if Fisher's struggling on these set of tyres. He'll go defensive on the inside line, around the outside. This is brilliant for Beerus, because these two are fighting, which reduces the chance of these two catching up to Beerus. And Devil's Nightmare's left the session, but if the more of these two fighting, the less chance they'll catch up to Beerus. I think Beerus will take these tyres to the end, so he'll do 17 laps on those tyres, but Maldonado has been overtaken, or will be about to be overtaken by his teammate and the Red Bull. He's lost 2 positions in one corner, and he almost goes to the wall, but thankfully he doesn't. So Regan's now ahead of Maldonado. He drops out the point, unfortunately, for Maldonado. Joe Tarf is in 9th place ahead of Regan. Farth is 4 tenths behind Fisher, so Fisher must really be struggling, because in the first stint and second stint he was fine, but it looks like he's struggling in the third stint. And Fisher will have DRS at the back of the McLaren. Oh, he's caught up to the McLaren quite quickly, so Fisher will be safe for the moment at least from Farth. And what did you want to say anything, V8?
I just said he's caught up to him pretty damn quick.
I didn't even notice.
That really could put the pressure onto Beerus. Maybe soon enough he can catch up to him.
He can make it down into turn 1, and he's done it. The beautiful move. I wouldn't have gone for it. It looks like Farth was pushing him out the corner. Oh, be careful, boys. They both touch. It looks like Farth was pushing him out of turn 2 off the back of him. Edge has a wobbly back end to turn 4. Now String B is next on Fishy's hit list. Once Fishy's gone, you have to pull a 10-second gap to catch up to Beerus. And Farth needs to make sure, if he wants to finish in second place, he's got to overtake String B as quick as possible. And when that does, oh, yellows is set to 3. Expander has retired from this race. And Fisher getting a much better exit quid out of turn 10. You will have DRS on this back straight. And he has done it. Now Farth needs to do something about it rather quickly. He needs to get a much better exit. These yellows are set to 1. That could be Beerus. He's in set to 1 right now, but it's not. Who is it? I can't check at the moment. But Farth is now ahead of String B. Why is the yellow flags set to 1 through here? What's happened?
I'm sure anything's happened. Be a glitch.
It's gone. It's gone. Right now, Fisher and Farth are now back in their positions. The penalties could play into it as well. Let me check the penalties, in fact. Right, so Beerus has got 2 penalties. Fisher's. a penalty and a warning. So he's got 1 penalty. So theoretically, he's what? He's 7 seconds behind Beres. Beres needs to make sure he doesn't get another penalty, and neither does Fisher. But what about Fourth? Let's check his. I know he's got a couple. He's got 2 penalties plus warnings. So that's 3 penalties. He's got he's got a lot of penalties. So in theory, Fourth will not bother Fishy because of positions, because of the penalties, but he will bother him on track. He's still got DRS at the back of him, so Fourth will not be counted in this battle because of the penalties going on. There's 2 laps to go, so I think Beres is safe. He's safe. 2 laps to go. So Beres, what he did in Mexico, and he repeated it back in Canada. He has repeated the same strategy, what he did in Mexico, and now he's done it in Canada. Hards to mediums. Me, sitting here thinking that was a bad strategy, but it turns out it was actually quite a good strategy.
He's gonna win the race by almost 10 seconds. Then another dominating performance from Beres. I say dominating, it's not like he's led it from the very beginning. He's run away with it. He's had to come through the field, which just that'll make the win all the more sweet. See the beginning at lap 34 of 35. He's on 16 lap old medium, so his tyres will practically be going out the window. You can see from his onboard that he's struggling to keep it in a straight line.
I can see he's taking it nice and easy through the corners. No! Oh, Beres, come on, mate, come on, get back on track quickly. Come on, quickly. Beres has made a mistake through turn 5, and Beres has left the session.
That might have been a lag.
Oh no!
We're in the race.
Oh, Beres. Oh man, I actually feel sorry for him. Honestly, he's done nothing wrong this race, Beres. I honestly feel sorry for him. So Fisher's is more likely to win this race because penalties on Fourth's side, unless Beres gets back in the session as quick as possible. I can't send invites out to him. I'm really sorry about that, Beres. I can't send invites because the spectators can't send invites, so I'm really sorry that's happened. In my eyes, he was more likely to win, but you never know, he could make a mistake in the last 2 laps. As you say, tyres were dropping off, and Tristan's made a mistake in the other Mercedes. Oh, Fisher will overtake Beres unless he comes to this session really quickly, but that's it for Beres.
That's heartbreaking.
Unless he comes into the session as quick as possible to make sure he gets a podium still. Hopefully he's got more than 1 invite. He's 6 seconds ahead of Stringby.
Stringby's gonna catch him easily. See how slow the AI car is, especially with these old run down tyres.
Come on, Beres. Hopefully he can get back in the session, mate. Come on. I really feel sorry for him. If Fourth has got another one, he's really wanting that win. But he's not going to get it if cutting that corners.
Pretty much cemented Fisher's winning this Grand Prix. For what looked like to be a win for Beres is now turning him almost off the podium.
NUF1 has overtaken his teammate. Side by side into the last 2 corners, turn 13 and 14. They're both running out of ERS quite massively, significantly, shall I say. Fourth! That was the last lap. I forgot that was the last lap. I forgot. Oh my goodness. Stringby comes across the line in 3rd. Beres has won the race.
Beres has won? What? By 16 seconds?
Right.
What?
Fishers get the podium, but Fourth is out of the podium. A Reg has made the podium in 3rd place. Maldonado crosses the line in 11th place. Maldonado gets a 5-second time penalty for unserved penalty. And Tristan comes across the line down in 12th place. Puppy down in 13th. So Beres has actually won this race.
will it be taken away from him though?
Let me check his penalties real quick.
Fish has only had a one penalty.
This has happened before in the past, with people lagging out and they end up in front in the first.
Wow.
So, who has won this race then? It's not Beavis because he's lagged out. So, Fisher. Wait, there needs to be a mass going on because he's got a 6-second penalty. No, it's clear. Fisher has won the race ahead of Ireg. And Off1 is third, so he will take the podium ahead of Strigby. Fourth is fifth ahead of Echo in sixth. Wait, where did Beavis finish across the line? He's not dropped that far. Anyways,
think he might have been fourth or fifth. I'm not too sure.
We're not going to do interviews because we are running quite late at night, and I want some free time. So unfortunately, we're not going to do interviews. You gotta give sympathy for us because we've been talking for about almost 2 hours. A long qualifying and the race, so you understand why we're not going to do podium interviews. So Fisher has won the race ahead of Ireg. That tends to happen with lagging out, but if Beavis sees he wins the race, he might be thinking how. Anyways, that is it for the RRC, ROC. So that'll be it for us. It's a good race. Yeah, so Beavis confirms he did not win in the chat. So Beavis himself confirms he did not win. Elliot won. Don't know who Elliot is. Is that Fisher's?
Could be Fisher's.
Yeah. So thank you so much for joining us. Hopefully it was a good race. Well, how would you rate it?
I'd say 7 out of 10.
Yeah, same. 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10. But now the race is over. We'll see you next week, next Tuesday for RRC yet again. Next Wednesday for RRC ROC, both at 8 o'clock. But RRC ROC has a long qualifying, whereas RRC does not. It goes straight to the race. So I think it's a split race. So I'll see you all next week on Tuesday and Wednesday, same time at 8 PM.